It's here, the first spell of cooler weather that starts us thinking about pumpkin spice and apple pie and cool evening walks in the garden. It's my favorite time of year. Fall is just around the corner, and one thing that I've learned is that plants want to grow. Our garden is wild in August. The rain and the heat has caused the plants to mildew, and they're susceptible to blight, and the ones that are susceptible have just been overtaken with it. The pests are at their peak, and just, oh my goodness, it seems like it's such a mess, but really it's just how the garden grows. August is 60 days for my first frost, so I've tried planting carrots and beets and lettuce and herbs and more, but the cool weather crops, they just do not want to grow in August. They're not doing very well. They're doing very poorly. So I'm tearing out a lot of things in September that either my family's not eating, or it's covered in blight, or it's just not producing, or it's just taking too much space, and we're not making use of it. So there's a lot of things that I'm taking out to make room for this last 30 days of the season before the first frost. I'm going to keep some tomatoes, but most of them are going. The tomatillos are going. My beans are going. The ground cherries are also going, but my kale is staying. It suffered through the summer with the cabbage worms, but I put some BT on them, and they're coming back to life for fall. And so I'm so excited to have my kale back in the cool weather when it's crisp and sweet. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep my zucchini or cucumber plants, but they are still producing. I'm just not sure if I need any more cucumbers or zucchini right now. So come along with me and I'll show you what I've got going on in the garden and what's changing for fall. With that trellis down, I have a lot more room for my zucchini plant to grow, and I have a patty pan squash plant here that's just starting to take off. So it gives them more room. It also gives them more airflow. It's also, you can see behind me that my cucumber plants are suffering from blight too. I'm trying to hang on to those as long as I can, and having these beans out of the way can help improve the airflow and give my okra plant a little more room to grow as well. These beans have served their purpose, and now removing them is also serving multiple plants in the area. I've also removed our pickling cucumbers. We did not enjoy them for fresh eating as much as our English cucumbers, Japanese long cucumbers. These two little plants on the end are Japanese long, so I left them in, and I'm going to try to keep those as long as I can in the season because we enjoy them so much. Here are our dragon tongue bush beans, and they This bed is full of them, and they are wonderful for fresh eating. They're beautiful as well. And we're really liking these a lot better than the Appalachian Greasy Grits beans. We're going to have a wonderful harvest. As you can see here, the Greasy Grits beans on this trellis have been removed, and the noodle beans are still growing. However, I have got some peas planted here for fall, and they are going to come up this trellis and be my sugar snap peas for fall. I've also planted some sugar snap peas along the base of this trellis, and they'll be ready to grow when these noodle beans come out. This large growing plant in the middle of the row here is actually 5 tomatillo plants all clumped into one area. And they are really taking over the aisle and everything, and we don't really need this many tomatillos. This plant here has really been enough, but it's definitely something that we don't really use a lot of and don't need this many. So I might keep a couple tomatillo plants, but these, I think, in the middle are going to come out. The tomatoes are looking so lovely. These are the black cherry tomatoes, and they're ripening. And these are also some locally grown tomatoes here that I saved the seeds for, and they are large, wonderful slicing tomatoes. They are definitely not a paste like I was thinking. As I said, the tomatoes have suffered a lot of blight, and I've been cutting off the leaves at the bottom here, but I can't keep up. They are really suffering from the storms and the rain, and they have grown up above the trellis, which has caused some damage, wind damage. So I've tried to save them by letting them crawl along the top of the trellis, but they are looking quite rough. Well, I hope you enjoyed the different things that we are doing in the garden, and I'll be keeping you posted on how things are growing. So thanks for watching, and keep your ear out, because I've got some more content to load up this fall. It's my favorite time of year, so please keep your eye out, and hopefully it'll be interesting content to come. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.